Welcome to the Matrix Shopping app, and I'm going to teach you how you can make money. Download and check it out because you could shop on the app. There's a lot of great things that's going to be happening, movies, there's a lot in terms of travel, content creation, paying out content creators. It's a lot. It's a Facebook, YouTube, Netflix, Amazon, all in one. And it's birthed in Guyana. You're gonna want to check it out. We've been doing this for a while. People have made money. There have been people making hundreds of thousands of dollars. The person who made $172,000 in 30 days was just by our affiliate marketing program. And it's just by selling items from our partners online. We take care of all the heavy lifting, all the logistics we take care of by getting the items delivered to Georgetown, Berbice, to Mary, Linden, Perica, all over, and you just sell it. We deliver it, you collect your commissions. Download for more information. Today, what I want to talk about, it's a simple concept that you could start making money with. Whereas we loan or credit you up to 1 million Guyana dollars. Now you might be saying, wow, that's amazing. So most people think by crediting 1 million Guyana dollars is that we're gonna give you the physical cash or we're gonna give you the products. But no, if we gave you the physical cash, you're not gonna pay us back. That's why the bank don't give you the physical cash unless you have collateral, because the bank knows that you're not gonna pay them back. So what we do is that we credit you the up to $1 million in stocks, but we're not giving you the physical stocks. What you do is something called getting the analysis or getting the data. So let's say, for instance, we show you where to go to get it at the best prices, which websites to buy from, we're gonna bring it in. So you post it, you get at least 20 to 30 persons who's interested in that item, and we're gonna bring in the item. Now, obviously, we're not gonna, if you got 30 persons interested in the item, we're not gonna bring in 30 items. We're gonna bring in about half of that, because if 30 persons are interested, because we've been doing this for so long, we know that not everybody's gonna buy it. So you're collecting their information up front. You're connecting their name, phone number, their address, and you get that information. And then when the item comes, we buy the item, we reach out back to that person, and through the data, it shows that you're gonna sell at least 2 to 10 of the items in your first round, right? Now, this is why it's foolproof and it can't fail. Let me explain. So let's say we invest $1 million in buying these stocks, we bring it in. What you've done is take your time, post it online, reply to the customers, gather the customers, you got the customers. Now, we bought the item. So we spent money on acquiring the item, showing you which is the best websites to get it at a reduced price. Now, let me also explain something. Wholesaling. We go to websites that deal with wholesale and give you at the wholesale prices. It's the same thing that Amazon does. Do you think Amazon, the website Amazon, who has sellers on Amazon, do you think it's Amazon selling all those items? Or do you think that it's sellers who sell on Amazon? If you answered number 2, you're correct. It's sellers like yourself who sell on Amazon. And they put it in the Amazon warehouse, and Amazon takes care of the logistics, and Amazon collects a fee. But our business model is a little different, because that person would have to invest their money and then put it on the Amazon website, put it in the Amazon warehouse, and share the money when those items sell. And if it doesn't sell, well, guess what? That person lost money. But with our business model, you don't lose no money. We're taking all the risk when it comes to the money. And we are going 50-50 with you. Let me explain to you. The first thing out of that 100% profit, let's say we were selling an item at $10,000 and we made $2,000 in profit. Well, if we made $2,000 in profit, the government has to get 40%. The reason why the government has to get 40% because there's different tiers in the tax bracket, and it's tier 2 is 40%. So to make it a little easier, just let's use that mark, 40%. So what's 40% of 2,000? Well, 40% of 2,000 would be $800. So we're left with $1,200, and we're gonna split that profit with you, $1,200 and $1,200, $600, right? That's just to give you a little idea of how much money that you're gonna make, because as you know, the government is gonna want its taxes. Very, very important. So after we split that money, now let me explain to you how we're gonna be able to make the money. You're gonna post these items after you find an item that you think, because you're doing the research, you're actually doing the data analysis. It's like if you were starting a business, what do you need to do in order to start a business? The feasibility study, the research part of the business that you want to start. So in other words, you do the research, you put it online, that product that you think that's gonna sell, that's gonna be a hot selling item, you put it online. We're gonna show you how to use Google Trends to find what people are searching for online, so you're ahead of the game. So you know that this item is an item that people want, people like. They have tools that you could use to know these things. And you could narrow it down to people who's searching in Guyana, right? So once you have this information and you look it up and you choose your product, you post it into Facebook groups because it's free. Another thing you will be learning about is how to advertise on Facebook. That's one, in the groups. Two, how to use paid advertisement. So that's another thing you're learning. Paid advertisement, how to advertise in the groups. You post it, you gather data. You get 20 to 30 person interested in your item. You now know that you have a hot selling item. The next thing you want to do after you know that you got a hot selling item is now you send it to us and say, hey, we got 30 persons interested in this item. And you're probably gonna get more. Sometimes it's 50, sometimes it's 100, depending on how hot the product is. Now, when you get this information, what we do, we go ahead and order it. We order it in bulk, because when you order it in bulk, you get the reduced price. They have certain websites that just deal with wholesaling alone. And this is what Amazon sellers do. They buy items at the wholesale price, put it in Amazon, which is the biggest platform in the world. You know, the items that you buy on Amazon, you could actually source it from another website a lot less expensive. But a lot of us don't know that. The first thing we go is on Amazon and eBay. But there are those persons who's selling on Amazon and eBay, they went to the other website and they bought it at the wholesale prices, brought it into the Amazon warehouse and started selling it, making a profit, right? So very, very important that you learn this, and we teach you how to make money online with this simple system. This is part 2. Welcome to part 2 of the Amazon delivery system. I went over this a little bit, right? So now that you know that persons on Amazon actually buy it from a warehouse or a different website, a wholesale website, and sell it to you, and how you could bring in or get the items that is selling from the wholesale website and bring it into Guyana. Now, what do people do that are big importers? They do the same thing. They go and buy these items from different countries, from different websites, and they import it into the country. So if you bring in a container, let's say you were a store and you brought in a container, you got it at the lowest possible cost. You stocked it up in your store and then you market it to get it to sell. But the difference with this business model, what we'll be using is that we're gonna get the data, because everything is done through online, through Facebook, through the marketplace, through social media. So you want to start advertising the product like you already have the product. Then you collect the information and say, hey, we're gonna get this product to you in the next 2 weeks. So in other words, you're gonna be saying, hey, we'll get this product to you in the next 2 weeks. In the next 2 weeks when it arrives, you call up back all those persons and you're guaranteed to sell in between 2 and 10 of the product. Now the second cycle is posting it back into the groups. Remember, you have not invested any money. We're doing all the investment. You're doing some partial of the work because you're not doing all the work neither. We're gonna bring in these items, put it in our store. We're gonna help you to sell it, and you're gonna get 50% of the profits. We're splitting the costs, the profits 50-50 with you, and you did not have to invest a single dime. This is a business model that works because you didn't have to invest no money. We did all the investment. Now the next thing I want to talk about is when the items sell, when everything is finished selling, that's when you get paid. Now, you might be saying, well, what if none of the items sell? Well, if none of the items sell, you didn't lose any money. We lost the money, but there's something called liquidation, because we could sell it back at the same price that we bought it for, and it's liquidated. It means that we gain back the money that we invested. So we didn't lose any money, but that will not happen because we have a system that is guaranteed to sell. And let me explain to you a little further about the system that we're guaranteed to sell. Great, now that you know that, listen to this. Sometimes you gotta rewind it and listen back to it. Sometimes you gotta ask a friend, because some of you guys is already thinking, this sounds too good to be true. This sounds like a scam. But any smart business person would know that this system is bulletproof. It can't fail. For the simple fact, we're building a community of affiliate marketers. Now the community now, let's say for instance we bought in 20 items, you sold 10. We're left with 10. You put it in the cycle again, you put it into Facebook Marketplace, you sell another 5. You're left with 5. Did I say we have a community, and the community is growing? We have growing and growing. Let's say we have 20 agents in our community. As of right now, we have over 10 agents. But let's say we grow the community. Let's even use the 10 agents that we have. Well, what you're gonna do is give an agent 50% of your profit now, because because we're having a community and they're gonna post that product. Because the thing is, what you wanna do, you're fighting against Facebook algorithm. Now I wanna show you how Facebook algorithm works. Facebook algorithm works by when you post an item into a group, let's say that group has 100,000 people. Do you think that 100,000 people will see your product? No. Less than 1,000, sometimes less than 500 people sees that product. Because you gotta understand how Facebook makes its money. Facebook makes its money by advertising, by you paying them to promote your product or service that you want to reach people, and you can micro-target on the app. So let's say, for instance, I only wanted some, and this is why groups are so important, like What's for Sale Guyana. What's for Sale Guyana will only reach Guyanese, because why would a Nigerian or somebody from China or India be in What's for Sale Guyana? They have no interest in Guyana because they're not looking to buy anything from Guyana. So it would be Guyanese. So that is what micro-targeting is. But micro-targeting on Facebook platform, when it comes to selling a product through advertisement, you could literally click New Amsterdam, Georgetown only, Parika, wherever you are, you could micro-target male, female, age, their interests. So let's say you were selling cricket gear. You would now put the interest at cricket, and the ads will only show persons, micro-target them to, let's say you wanted to micro-target Parika residents. And you could micro-target Parika residents, you could micro-target males only in between a certain age group, so you're not wasting your ad dollars. You're micro-targeting a specific group of people that you're trying to sell your product to. And that's what groups are about. You're micro-targeting Guyanese, but you can't micro-target their age. You can't, in groups, you can't micro-target their gender. So there's certain things you can't micro-target if you're not paying Facebook. But we're talking about selling items into the groups. So now when you post into the groups, you're kind of micro-targeting, because you're not, it wouldn't be all different countries viewing your item. So in that sense, you are micro-targeting by a country. Now, once those persons see the item in the group, they're most likely, if they're interested, they're gonna buy. But the algorithm is not gonna show, if that group had 100,000 people, the algorithm is not going to show all 100,000, because Facebook wouldn't make money. So they give you a little bit, they want your attention, they want you to keep coming back on the app. So they give you some free stuff to get you to come back. But the advertisers, the businesses know that they could target you with Facebook ads, and that's what keeps the business coming, and that's what keeps the persons, the consumers, keep coming back, because some people come for entertainment, some people come in the groups to buy. They got so many different groups. This is how Facebook makes its money. So now that you understand that, when you post into the groups, this is one way that you'll be able to get persons interested in your product. Now, we teach you how to get people to click, because there's something called pixels that Facebook has. You ever notice when you click on a website, or Google keeps showing you ads, that things that you're interested in, because Google is tracking you, Facebook is tracking you. So when you click on certain things, it's tracking you, because they want you to purchase the item, they want you to keep coming back. That's how the algorithm works. For instance, if I was interested in bikes and keep liking bikes and sharing bikes and commenting on bikes, you'll see in my news feed, it'll be nothing but bikes that they're showing me, right? So this is the algorithm, that's how it works. This is what you want to learn and get money, to make money online. This is part 3. We went over the algorithm, we went over Facebook's micro-targeting, and what we'll be able to teach you more and more for you to learn. Now, what you want to do is it's one of the things that's really simple and easy is just selling your items, getting your items sold from our partners that we've already partnered with in Guyana, because you could get that item within the very next day and get these items delivered fast. But the ones overseas, you remember the ones that are in Guyana, you're gonna get 4 to 5% commissions. But the ones overseas, that's where you get 50% commissions, and you're getting credited up to $1 million Guyana dollars. So what we're doing now is building an infrastructure or a network of affiliate marketers that's gonna help you to sell. Now back to the original thought is that, let's say you have 5 items left, because I'm going all over the place, I'm very sorry about that. You have 5 items left, you sold 10 in the first round, you posted it back into the groups, you sold another 5, you have 5 items remaining. What we're gonna do is get our affiliate marketers to help you sell those items, and you split the profits with them, 50-50. Now, the reason why they would want to help you sell those items is because there's something in it for them, money. They're gonna get an opportunity to make money off of your product. So let's say somebody else was having a hard time selling their product. They come to you in our group, in our community, in our app, and you help them to sell their product, and you collect commissions, you collect money. So why wouldn't you want to help to sell that product? The next way is that we'll generate ads to help sell those products. Now let's say in that we have 2 products left. We go to the ads we sell out. But let's say worst case scenario, we're left with some items. All we have to do is liquidate the remaining items. Let's say we started out with 100 items and we sold 90 of those items through our affiliate marketing program. I want you to grab the concept, so let me go a little slower. We have 100 items. You remember, you collected about 200 phone numbers because these items are hot selling products. We've invested $1 million, kept it, you're selling it, you're calling people on WhatsApp, you're getting the sales. There was 100 products that we brought in, we sold 90, right? We started going, helping people with the affiliate marketer, other marketers helped you out, you split the profit. Because remember in the beginning, you're not looking to split the profit. You're not looking to make your money lower. You're looking to sell all as you possibly can. But you don't sell all. Maybe out of that 100, you sold 60, right? And then the second round, you sold another 10, that's 70. But then you're having a hard time selling. So you bring in the affiliate marketers, give them half of your profits, and then as you give them half of your profits, they're willingly gonna post it up and spread it in. What you're doing is tricking the Facebook algorithm. And how are you tricking the Facebook algorithm? Because the more people pushing the same product means the more eyeballs will see. The more eyeballs that see is the more people that will buy. Simple analogy, if nobody goes to Giftland Mall, if nobody goes to Movie Town, no one can get a sale. So what do? They have food court, movies, games, so many things that brings people to Movie Town or Giftland Mall, and as they walk through the mall, they might see a product and come back for it later. So it's the same concept, but it's online. So what you're doing is putting it online, getting more and more people to post your product. Obviously, you will be paying them when you get the sale. They're happy because when they post your product, they get the sale, you get the sale, so everyone is happy, right? We spend the money. So let's say it reached 90. We're not getting no more sales. We tried marketing. We tried the affiliate marketing. We tried pushing out ads, and it just seemed like, hey, No one else is buying these products. So we just liquidate the product. We liquidate the remaining 10 products. And what I mean by liquidate it, we sell it at the same price we bought it for, and we cash out, and that's it. You get paid. So let's use this here. A simple, let's say for each product, the commissions are, just to simplify this really quick, 5,000 Guyana dollars was gonna be your commissions on each product sold. That means out of 100, 5,000, that would have been $500,000 you would have made. But 10, you made 450,000. Well, when we liquidate the remaining 10, you made $450,000, because all we're doing is having a flash sale, telling the customers we're having a flash sale, showing them it's the same price, because we could even pinpoint something that I forgot to mention is that because you're getting it at such a low price, you'll even be able to compete with the prices that's on Amazon. You're definitely going to be able to compete with the prices that's in store, right? So I want you to get that. You're going to compete with the prices that's in store. When somebody could go to a store at a physical location and purchase it, your prices will be lower because you're getting it at wholesale prices, and you don't have the overhead expense of the building, the electricity, or the team of workers. You don't have that overall expense. So our prices will be lower, and they could get it delivered to their home. Why would a person want to walk into a physical store and buy it at a higher price? Or even if they could pay the same price that they see it in store, which one would you rather? Would you rather have it delivered to you, or would you rather go to the store to pay the same price, or go and pay a higher price in store than have it delivered to your door for a lower price? Of course, anybody would rather have it delivered to their door at a less price. So now that you understand the concept, let's move forward a little. We liquidated, you got paid out. You take that money. What you could do with that money is reinvest it and purchase items, because we're an online shopping agency that brings in goods for people. You could even make money by selling items online through us. We're going to give you a wholesale price so you'll be able to make money. We're going to show you how to set up a credit card, that how you can make money with your credit card by purchasing items yourself. So we're giving you the full blueprint on how to do online shopping and how you could start generating and making money. It's just that simple. The problem is a lot of people don't want to do the work. The first thing you got to do is learn. You got to be able to learn how to do it. You invest your time, you learn, because what we're doing, we're teaching you and we're not charging you any money. So take advantage of the opportunity. Go through the course step by step. Take advantage of the opportunity. Marketing, advertising, commissions, how to sell, what to do, how to post. All these things are beneficial to you that you'll be able to learn how to become the best online marketer, salesperson, and a person who could generate millions of dollars by even starting small and eventually growing, that you too could most likely get your own store in the future. But you have to learn the system. You see, the problem with most of us is that we don't want to learn. We're not eager to learn. We're not thirsty to learn. And that's what stops us from making money online. So salute to everybody who made it to the end. Congratulations. All the best. Let's make money together.